What I'm going to do now is just show you how easy it is just to configure and schedule a conference call. You can do it from within Outlook and it gets sent out much the same as any other meeting request. Okay, so if we have a look at Outlook, you'll see that at the top there you've got some extra buttons and you've also got a conferencing menu. Okay, what we're going to do is schedule a conference call. So hit the schedule a conference call button. There we go. The invite will pop up on your screen. Now this is much the same as any other meeting request. The difference being that it's got some information in there about joining the conference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the invite to me, to my personal address. And I'm going to give it a subject like test conference call. Okay, so then the next thing we need to do is just give it a date and time. It's pretty straightforward. And then any information that you want. And that's it really, and then click send. That will now go out as a meeting request. Alright, and there's a pop-up for our conference call that we're about to go into. So what we'll do is click open, and I'll show you what the various options are to join the conference call. Alright, you can dial in using a traditional dial-in if you want. If we just have a look at the detail of the conference there, you'll see that it's got the traditional dial-in number where you have to use your PIN. Okay. Alright, but you also have the option there to join using Communicator or via web browser. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just show you how you can actually join this using Communicator. So if you click the join using Communicator, you get a small pop-up from Office Communicator, and you'll see that we now have a choice on where to join from. If you want to join just using a headset on your computer, you can just click join, but one of the more useful options there is the join from. What I'm going to do is enter a new number and join from my mobile. Okay, now what's happening there is OCS is actually dialing my mobile. Alright, so any moment my mobile should ring. There we go. There we go. We're now in that conference. Now I've actually joined by having Communicator dial out to me. That's probably the simplest way to do it. There are other ways of doing it, so what I'll do is I'll just drop out of that conference call there. Excuse me. And we'll close down Communicator as well. You also have the option there of join using a web browser. Now that's very similar, it's very similar to the Communicator web access version. It's very similar to joining the same way that we just did with Communicator, only this time it's done through a web browser. So you can use this if you're, if you're out on site or you're not VPN'd in or whatever. Alright, one thing you will notice with Communicator web access is that you have to have the pop-up blocker disabled for the website. So what we'll do is we'll just disable it for this website. So I'm going to click always allow pop-ups on this site. Okay, we're now going through the process of joining the conference. Alright, you'll see the window looks very similar to the one that we were just using. Okay, the difference being is that we can now use the web browser to join the conference. So what we'll do is click on the telephone button in the top left hand corner. Alright, and we're going to join from my mobile number, so I'm going to click my mobile then. Now what should happen is the conference service will dial out to your mobile. And there we go. Alright, so I'm now in that conference. The other more traditional option of the dial-in conference is available on that 8099 number, as specified in the invite there. There are a few oddities about just using the PSTN dial-in, which I'll run through in the email that I send you. But that's pretty much how to set up a conference and how to dial in. It's pretty easy. Try it. I think you'll find it's pretty cool.